Prince Elochukwu Adibo is of a humble background from a first-class royal monarch in Ugwoba, Enugu State, Nigeria. He is an internationally certified biomedical scientist with a great wealth of experience from the international and Nigerian medical industry. He holds a Bachelor of Science and Technology in Microbiology, a Master of Science in Microbiology UNILAG. He holds a doctorate degree in Management and Leadership from the prestigious Institute of Leadership, Manpower, and Management Development. He is also currently undergoing further PhD studies. Elochukwu is a member of the prestigious Institute of Biomedical Science, Royal Microscopic Society, both in the UK. He is on the register of the Healthcare Profession Council in the UK. He is a fellow of Chartered Institute of Management and Leadership of the United States of America. He is also a member of Board of Trustees, Society of Cellular Pathology Scientists of Nigeria, Antimicrobial Resistant Scientific Hub in Nigeria, COMIDATS. He has served as technical assistant for health and safety in the Coal to Power team under Professor P.O. Okeke, the special advisor on coal matters to the former Minister of Power, Professor Bath Naji. He is a recipient of numerous awards for leadership, community service, and quality professional practice. He is the immediate past national president of the Guild for Private Medical Laboratory Directors of Nigeria, where he has continued to provide excellent leadership in all strata and network of concern and interest. He is a noble philanthropist and is happily married with a daughter. Currently, he is the MD CEO of L Lab Limited, a medical diagnostic and research center, one of the first 3 private medical laboratories in Nigeria with ISO 15189 international accreditation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the HealthyU Summit 2024, Prince Elochukwu Adibo.
Thank you very much for the humble introduction. I was just wondering if I was the one that was being introduced. It's just me. Don't worry about all that. You know, as you grow, these things will just keep coming, right? Once you are, focused and you choose a path to deliver your destiny to mankind. For me, it's about destiny. It's about delivering it and making sure you deliver it. Once you're called to life, there's something that is handed over to you to bring to the world. So you owe that creator to deliver them, okay? So make sure you find it, grab it, run for it. It's not wrong with it, but not fake election. Don't run with fake election. Just run with your destiny and take it home. So when you get back home, you will give a good answer. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm happy to be here. Actually, it's when I received the invitation to be here, I didn't want to tell To and Dave that it's a day that is already encumbered. It's my annual management review meeting, but this young woman and the husband, have been part of my life, and from the young path of her career as a medical lab scientist, I've been part of it, mentoring and standing behind her. So when I see her get to this journey, this pathway, I see that pathway to excellence. I cannot refuse it. So I didn't want to tell her, I just kept it to myself. I'm going to excuse myself today. I'm going to drive all the way from Festac and I'll be here. So I'm here, and it means a lot to me because it's fine. She's fine. Thank you very much. Thank you. So she's done a lot with Dave, and they've been wonderful, an exemplary young couple. I can't even believe that her practice is about 10 years now, about 9 years. That's really fast. And when it was just the other day, she said, I'm starting something. I said, please move, get it done. And I'm happy. Okay, so she's counting. I counted 26 years in my own practice, and we're still counting. So it's important to keep going. I've been given this topic, and they say it's 10 minutes, so let's try and look at it. Okay, so we'll try and see what we'll do in 10 minutes. Importance. I want us to just take the key words there. Importance. So we're going to circle importance, hold it. if you write it down, like when I teach, just write down hold importance. Then let's break it down: diagnosis, and then early disease detection. So there are key things there. That means you can detect the disease, but it's not early. End stage. Profs talked about end stage. So we like early detection. So how do we do early detection? Preventive health. The young man that went to his beautiful wife, and there was something that you saw a lot. So what if I find out? If I find out I'm almost there, that's not true. That's a farce. Don't ever believe that, okay? What about if I find out? Then what will happen? No, please find out. Find out. I'll tell you my story. So 3 things: they hold the importance, hold the early disease detection, and hold prevention. Put 3 ticks on prevention. So can we get the next slide? Let's go next slide. Fine. So we're just going to go through it that way, just to have a format. Okay, we introduce, tell you what it is, modern diagnosis, types of diagnosis, and all that. Then still hold that importance. So let's go next slide. Fine, because we have a short time, but I think everybody deserves to know what we're here for. So diagnosis simply involves finding out what is unseen. Okay, we want to find out what's wrong with this patient or what's wrong with this fellow. Okay, and why is he giving this symptom? Why is there a headache? Why is there abdominal pain? Why is there this sharp pain? Why is he complaining of this frequent urination? What's the problem? Can we find out? Many times you can't find out by your own thoughts. We can also find out in many ways, sometimes basic clinical exam. So when you say Dr. Wright, DX, that means what's the diagnosis and all. So it's a Greek word, and these are all just history, okay? And various countries and histories of various sciences come from different places. Egypt always comes up, Chinese always comes up, and we are happy that for us in Nigeria, we've also got a very good history of understanding of modern medicine diagnosis. Let's see the next slide. And once upon a time, it's important to know that physicians will just want to taste, urine of a fellow to see whether there is diabetes or something. You see where we've moved from, from the 15th century, we're in 21st century. That's what it is. Somebody will now, this looks like kind of stethoscope. That's, see him listening to that. And then he just uses some kind of 21st century. You can see about 4 or 500 years gone past what has happened. So we're happy that this has happened, and we're happy that we're opportuned to also be beneficiaries of diagnostic upgrade and the diagnostic growth. So in diagnosis, there are different components of it, right? Some diagnosis could be nailed, going to that part of diagnosis to us, and then the doctor had put saline instead of putting what we normally have inside the histology sample. So you should normally have formalin to preserve the tissue in as lifelike manner as possible when you do a surgery. And then there was this error. There's an error because we're happy to get a call to supply you. Unfortunately, it was a referred investigation, not related to us. So people that the primary referral brought to us, it was in saline. Unfortunately, it was on a weekend. By the time we got the sample, by Monday, it was already deteriorating. And when they take an organ off, that's the only organ, right? There can be another one. So we struggle with it. We pass the information. But he said, please, find out what you do and all. So, when you are in quality management system, the kind of laboratory we run, I'm going to tell you guys about it. The kind of laboratory service we run has gone past, that level of just doing things, and we document everything. What is not written is not done. And we wrote a mail, and the mail suggested that we already have some level of deterioration in this sample. We shouldn't progress. They said, please just find a way to do it. And then we went on to process and all. The story is that at the end of the day, we did the processing. It didn't look like there was anything abnormal, just some kind of degenerative tissues. At the end of the day, medical issues came up, because I think that got to so the doctor said, I asked the business development, listen, business development to put in formalin. That's already a protocol failure. Okay, I asked him to do, maybe he forgot. At the end of the day, the medical issue is there, And they will trace back to all the communications. The doctor is liable, of course, because that's what it is. You've done that mistake and then trying to sort it out. What am I saying? Everything you do, you must have to keep to protocol. It's very important. It's very important you keep to protocol and do it the way it has been, it has been set to be done. Don't do anyhow. Let's have the next slide. So, the next one, let's just leave all the story so we can get to the point. We have 10 minutes. So we have modern diagnosis. On the right, you can have imaging. On the left, microscope. A lot of people are used to, this part. So this part comes with laboratory diagnosis. Most of the decisions that we make in the healthcare system to treat ill people come from laboratory diagnosis. And that's why the doctor will make notes and then ask you to go to the laboratory, and then ask you to go and then come back. Now, for me at this point, it's important to know, where are you going to? Which laboratory are you going to? I think that's the major message I want to pass today. You need to know that all the laboratories and all the places that claim to do tests may not really do what is right. So, why? Because, incidentally, I can say without fear of contradiction that we are on top regulatory path in the country. In the last few weeks, there's a ministerial committee that has just been formed by the Minister of Health, privileged to be part of that, on making sure that Nigerians have the best quality laboratory services. So we want to strengthen regulation. There are a lot of things that go on. So you must know who is there. That's where I'm going to. For instance, if you get the white touch, you're safe, right? You're going to speak to the MLS, and then you're going to know she's qualified, she does the things right, and then you're sure you're going to get a right diagnosis as far as it concerns pathology. So, and if you go to also the right person, there's radiology involved, you need to also know where you're going to. Where you go to matters so much. You must go to the right place to get the right result. Because, by and large, there must be figure. Figure must pop out for any machine. Machine is not laboratory. Is somebody hearing me? Big machines are not what make laboratory. We have quality essentials, what we call quality essentials. There are 12 of them that guide best international practice in laboratory medicine, and personnel comes first. Okay, personnel comes, the equipment, there's process improvement, there's information management system, there's outcome, patients, outcome reports, and then there are also things like feedbacks and all. But you see, why personnel is stopping, that the person that is looking over those instruments matters a lot, right? So there are certain things you must do to bring out the best from instruments. You must do what we call calibrations. You must do daily IQCs, okay? These are quality checks that will make 1.5 be 1.5. When you pop out a glucose result, it is correct. When you pop out electrolyte result, it is correct. A misinformed clinician is like a blind clinician, and it's not the person's fault. If it goes with a wrong number, the patient could die. And then it's going to be a whole lot of issues. So where you go to do your test matters a lot. That's why doctors who work their onions also are sure that they are particular. And they should be particular, not for interest's sake. Some have a lot of mortgage of ethical malpractice that they go to where they get some kind of unnecessary, hopeless compensation, which I really regard as, path to death. But when you go to the place where you get the right thing that will give you the right diagnosis, you're sure you can sleep with your 2 eyes closed. You can get the 8-hour sleep and then 6-hour sleep. Of course, you won't get 14 because we are no more babies. So that's important. So when you have the right diagnosis, you are sure of the numbers. Because when we talk about importance, for diagnosis to be important, it has to be right. She has to get the diagnosis right. Okay? Before something goes wrong. Now, in 2007, I went to India. I have a long journey through conception with my wife. And one of those days, we have been to India for treatment, for something about regurgitating. Whether you're running, whether you're crawling, well, just keep on fight in my laboratory with the local. It's you 10 times more than you know. Just be happy. That could take it. And begin to take the lifestyle modifications that will help you stay in good health. That's the whole idea. That's what prevention. And you see the same story even when we are small. Where prevention is better than cure. Prevention is better than cure. You hear it, you throw it away. Don't throw it away, it's true. But you need to invest in preventive health care by taking some kind of panel check. You know, they say, oh, what do I do? Okay, just have like you say, well man, just have a check. Pay the money. It's like an insurance for yourself, right? Good premium. If you pay premium, small premium will give you big insurance. That's not true. So when you have an early preventive health check, it gives you big premium of longevity and excellent health care in future because you have seen your numbers. If someone's talking about kidney, that may just walk away because you've seen your EUCR, you've seen your, your electoral, your values. When you're talking about HIV, just walk past, right? With some kind of smile. But some people will never know when they talk. Inside them, they are gripped with fear because you've never checked. So it pays you to check. We check and we're happy. So everybody should check. So when it was 10% that said they check, so want it to be 90%. If nothing else, just go on Monday. Book white touch. White touch. Don't let anybody leave without booking health check. But I will ask her to make sure she discounts it as a 9th year anniversary bonus, okay? So make sure you do that. So now early diagnosis ensures that patients are aware of early symptoms. Hence, you can consult your health professionals. Every day, I'm feeling dry. My mouth is dry. Go and check. Okay? Early intervention. You heard her talk about PSA. Somebody's PSA. This PSA, process-specific antigen. Somebody that caught PSA late. And the person died. If you catch it early, see your number. Suppose it's 0 to 4. And then you see it's 5. You see it's 10. You just ask questions. It could just be benign hyperplasia. You'll be treated. You'll be fine. But when it gets cancerous, cancer crosses metastasis from one organ to the other, it becomes too bad, okay? So you can also change lifestyle and improve your health, okay? Start exercise, quit smoking, quit alcohol. Some people, once they come to a party, all the drinks there must be consumed. Now, you don't eat food because you see the food. Can you listen to me? Don't eat because you've seen the food, though. Even here you came. Why don't bring food? Don't say, as I see them, man, I go prepare them. As you prepare the host, you prepare your body. If you see that party, you drink this one, open, you drink, you leave them. Some even do, some don't, the ones they don't know. I want to taste that one is pink or green. No, it's what you know. It's what you understand. It's what you know. Sometimes you now use the to eat salad. So that you taste that one. No, stay with the one you know. You'll be safe with it, okay? Right? So, it's important. When you have to change I told you guys, you have to do 10 kilometers 3 times a week. So you're fine. Triglycerides only. For instance, if you have a hyperlipidemia, only exercise. Walk alone takes it off. You don't even need any medication. Only walk. You don't need to run like you're going to Olympics. This man going to gym. I don't need to gym like him. I don't need to walk. Just walk. What you achieve in 15 minutes walk, 20, 30 minutes walk, you achieve the same thing someone that is doing Olympics achieves once it's regular, right? So when diseases are diagnosed, it reduces the need for invasive procedures. Invasive procedures, instead of doing a very big surgery, you could just, now we're at this stage. Like what happened to me, I'm still here with you guys. So that's it. Next slide, please. So more. Diagnosis of, let's the one before that. I just wanted to diagnosis of certain diseases on time will help reduce stigma, right? Why brother want a stigma? Oh, now they know there's this person has HIV. Oh, this person, everybody now knows. You're not gonna oh, you has TB. Oh, do you understand? That's stigma. But when it's early. You just be like every other person, right? You do what you need to do. And then you avoid stigma. You avoid stigma. People will not have to stay away from you, even when they shouldn't stay away from you, because that's the belief. Okay? And the treatment outcome will always be better. Always be better once it's early. Always. There's no way you can never beat it once you do it early. You can't beat early. So take it early and make it early. You can never go wrong. Let's have the last slide. So, early diagnosis is important in a patient survival effort. Survival is an effort. You see people striving to survive. The cancer, you fight for your life. It's a fight. Disease or disorders, you fight to get yourself out of it. And when your spirit is also alive, that's when it comes to also play a role. But when you say, I'm a judge, God forbid, it's not my portion. No, whose portion is it? Who has it? Tell me who has it here. Whose own is it? No. So then you cannot know what you are addressing. Is that not true? That's when your spirit comes to play. So that's important, because we're Christians and we will have to combine Christianity properly with modern science so that you be on the right path. Because sometimes you go wrong. When you don't combine it well, you'll be a mess of yourself. You'll be messed up. A lot of Christians have been messed up, totally messed up. Christians who should be exemplary, they are messed up because of not taking information properly and misapplying information and scripture. Please don't misapply scripture. It will not help you. When you eventually get to ask, say, we will tell you, no be this one I teach you. You not say, I made mistake, but then it's too late. So let's know this, and then let's also see the last slide. And then I conclude. I tell you that. Martin Fisher would say that early diagnosis is the beginning of prevention, right? And diagnosis is not the end. It's not. But the beginning of the practice. So when we find out, then you see all the importance, like I've said. And then when you diagnose early, it begins of prevention. And early diagnosis is the beginning of treatment. And early diagnosis is also the beginning of peace of mind. How peaceful can you be when you see that everything is fine and you've checked? Whatever is seen, bad or good, it's better that you know. So it's most important that you know. Don't ever stand on the part of the way your member said, I don't need to know. Please know. Let your next diagnosis and your next diagnosis check, which is prevention or preventive, be booked today. Let that be what you're taking away today. It may not be as costly as you think. I just see some things in pharmacies, church. The sweetness of a cheap medicine, okay, is when the bitterness of a cheap drug, okay, of the price. So when you go and say, hey, if you are not Igbo, we like when they say, I've got price, I got discount. It's always a big thing for us. It's big thing for everybody, but Igbo people celebrate Mbetego where. So when I get it cheaper. So when you go and buy cheaper drug under bridge, when you don't enjoy it, 10,000, 1.5. When the 1.5 has passed, and then you see say the disease, you don't even touch them. Say the 1.5 go become times 20. That is it, 30,000 instead of 10. So let's do it. Preventive health care, you can never go wrong. Thank you for your audience. God bless you.